Okay, the last two lessons have to do with arc length and sector area. So they're both related to circumference and area of a circle. Arc length is related to the circumference of the circle. So last lesson we talked about the circumference being the length all the way around the circle. So this, if I had this circle, it looks kind of strange, but if you were to walk all the way around the circle, the distance you would walk would be the circumference, right? I want to make sure that you get that. So the arc length, so far the arc measure, arc length is different from arc measure. So arc measure, let's see if it says it in here. An arc is an unbroken part of a circle consisting of 2 points called endpoints and all the points on the circle between them. Arc length is understood to be the distance along a circular arc measured in linear units. You can use proportional reasoning to find arc length. So before we said arc measure was like if we had a central angle like this, that if this angle was 30 degrees, then the arc measure was also 30 degrees, right? But now we're going to be looking at arc length in terms of, like, in this case it's going to be in terms of centimeters. So let's see how we do this. Find the arc length of AB and express your answer in terms of pi, rounded to the nearest tenth. So whenever it says in terms of pi, that means that we leave pi in the answer and we don't actually multiply by 3.14. So this is going to be how most of our problems that we have to do are going to be. So we don't multiply by 3.14, we just leave pi in our answer. So the very first thing we have to do is calculate the distance that is all the way around this circle. So to do that, we're going to find the circumference of the circle. So first step, find the circumference of the circle. C equals 2 times pi times the radius, which the radius is 9. So that ends up being C equals 18 pi. The circumference is 18 pi. Okay, so that's the length all the way around the circle. Now what we do is figure out what fraction of the circle this arc actually takes up. So this arc right here, what fraction of the circle does it take up? So the circumference of the whole circle is C equals 18 pi. How do we find the arc length from A to B if it's only taking up a small part of the circle? So what we do is we take the fraction of the circle it's taking up, so 60 out of, what's the length all the way around? 360. 60 degrees divided by 360. And we don't set it equal to. We multiply that by the whole radius. So this is the fraction of the circle it takes up, and then this is the entire circumference of the circle. And what this is going to do is tell us what the arc length is with that 60 degree mark. Okay, now calculator. So what you're going to do with your calculator is do 60 divided by 360, enter, and then multiply that by 18. So it's just all the number part. 60 divided by 360 times 18, and it ends up giving us 3. And then we still have the pi. So we don't multiply by pi, we just do 60 divided by 360 times 18. All right, so this is the answer. 3 pi, and then we're going to call it centimeters. 3 pi centimeters. Okay. Next one. So we have a formula for arc length. The arc length S of an arc with measure m degrees and radius r is given by the formula. Arc length equals the degrees that it takes up divided by 360 times 2 pi r times the circumference of the circle. So let's try these out. Find the arc length of AB to the nearest tenth. So since it says to the nearest tenth, actually let's practice, erase this. Let's say leave in terms of pi. I want to make sure that we have enough practice with that, of pi. So here we go. Arc length. It calls it arc length S in the formula, so we're just going to follow it like that. So it's the number of degrees of the arc length, which is 90 degrees, out of 360, and we're going to multiply that by 2 times pi times 20. So now what we can do is just do the entire number part and just don't multiply by pi. So we can do 90 divided by 360 times 2 times 20. 10. 10 meters. Oop, 10 pi meters. 10 pi meters. Okay, let's try this one. So arc length equals the degrees that it takes up, that our arc takes up, 120 out of 360, and then we multiply that by the circumference, 2 times pi times 3. So now calculator, we get 120 divided by 360 times 2 times 3, 2. 2 pi inches. Okay, number 7. So I want you to write this down first so that you can practice setting this up. I want to make sure that you know how to set it up. So pause the video right now and try out number 7. I'm going to show you what the answer is in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this one we should have done 60 over 360, and then here it gives us the diameter. So we're going to use the formula of circumference that is just pi times diameter, pi times 10. 67 over 360 times pi times 10. All right, and then if you didn't get this far, fix it, and then also try the calculating part. So you're going to do all of the number part, leaving the pi. Try the calculator part. I'm going to show you the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looks like you should have gotten 1.9, so we did 67 divided by 360 times 10, and then just put the pi on there. So 1.9 pi centimeters. And we know that it's centimeters because that's the measurement that the units that the diameter has. Okay, here we go. Now we need to convert to radian measures. So we've learned that measures of angles come in degrees. So radian measure is another way to measure an angle. So it says the constant of proportionality for the proportional relationship is m divided by 360 times 2 pi. This constant of proportionality is defined to be the radian measure of the angle. So it's just the formula for arc measure without the radius. It says to convert each angle measure to radian measure. So all we have to do is take the measure of the angle, divide it by 360, and multiply it by 2 pi. And what it's basically doing is setting you up for calculating arc length of a circle with a radius of 1, right? 2 times pi times 1 is 2 pi. So this is just the arc measure for a circle with a radius of 1. So here we go. Convert each angle measure to radian measure. We got 40 degrees. We're going to do 40 over 360 times 2 pi. So all we have to do is multiply this by 2, so we get 80 over 360. We're just going to write it 80 pi over 360. And then we can just reduce this. So first I can cancel the zeros because I can divide by 10, and I get 8 pi over 36. And now I need to reduce 8 and 36. I don't think 8 can go into 36, but I think 4 can go into 36. Yes, it can. So 8 divided by 4 is 2 pi. 36 divided by 4 is 9. So final answer is 2 pi over 9. That's the radian measure. Okay, this one. 80 over 360 times 2 pi. So this becomes 160, right? I just multiplied the 2 to the top. 2 to the top number. So 160 over 360. I'm going to put the pi up here. So I just multiplied the top by 2. I can cancel the zeros out, and then I have 16 pi over 36. Let's see. Again, I can divide by 4. So this is 16 divided by 4 is 4 pi over, and then 36 divided by 4 is 9. 4 pi over 9. Okay, I want you to pause the video for number 15 and you try it out. So try out number 15. Start it out. So I'm going to show you what it needs to look like as you start it out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it should start by looking like 100 over 360 times 2 pi. Now we're going to multiply the top by, so we get 200 pi over 360. And now we start reducing. Cancel out the zeros. Divide the top and bottom by the common factor, 4. I could divide this by 4. 20 divided by 4, 36 divided by 4. Final answer, 5 pi over 9. Alright, try the last one. Set it up. I'm going to show you how to set it up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we start by writing 12 over 360 times 2 pi. And then it becomes 24 pi over 360. Just multiply that 2 and 12. And now we reduce. So you just want to think of the highest number that you can think of that goes into both of these numbers. It can even be 2. You can continue like dividing by 2 over and over again. But I noticed that I can divide 24 by 6, and I can also divide 360 by 6. So then I get 4 pi over 60, and then I can divide by 2. So I get 2 pi over 15. And I think that's it. 2 pi over 15. Final answer. Okay, next one, 16.3, sector area. This is going to have to do with the area of a circle. So before we go into it, I want you to remember that the area of a circle is all of the space on the inside. And the formula for area of a circle is A equals pi r squared. So let's see, just like on the last one, we had to take the circumference of a circle, but we only cared about a fraction of it to find that sector. For this one, we're going to take the area of a circle, and then we only care about a small piece of it. So it's kind of the same thing, it's just using the formula for area of a circle instead of the formula for circumference, 2 times pi times r. Okay, let's try it out in the next video.